Y'all know nothing about this. You need to pay attention. Sit back and relax. It's time for Goodall's Country Kitchen.
All right, we're on the next stop of my Kentucky Treasure tour today. Today, we are at Old Hickory BBQ in Owensboro, Kentucky. Still got my main man, Nate Morris here. I'm not going to do a big introduction with Nate. If y'all want to know all about Nate, go back to my previous review in Columbia, Kentucky at Moore's Pool Room, and you'll hear all about Nate. But anyway, Nate was the one that got me to come out today. He got me to go to Moore's Pool Room, and also brought me to Owensboro today, where is the Kentucky capital of barbecue, right here in Owensboro. You're known for Old Hickory BBQ mainly, and Moonlight BBQ. There's a big local controversy. Which one's got the best barbecue? Which one's got the best mutton, burgoo, so on and so forth. You know, all opinions are subjective, so I'm not even going to begin today to tell you who's got the best of anything. Nate, tell me what you know about this place in Owensboro BBQ.
So I'm grateful to be in Western Kentucky here with my football coach, Coach Goodall. Taught me lots of great lessons on the football field, which I transferred into business. I'm proud that he's supporting small business, and especially Old Hickory and Moonlight on the next review we're going to do. But I told him he's got to come to West Kentucky, check these out, and get the real taste of Kentucky and why we're a national leader here.
Oh yeah, and every time I review a barbecue place, which by the way, I want to give a shout out to Holy Smokes Barbecue. Owner sent me this merch this week, just out of the blue. I reviewed his place 2 years ago, and he just mailed me this stuff out of the blue. You see the Holy Smokes Barbecue logo there? Got the hat. Anyway, shout out, thank you all to Holy Smokes. But anyway, every time I review a barbecue place, I get this onslaught of people saying, oh, you haven't had barbecue till you go to Moonlight, or you haven't had it till you go to Old Hickory. Okay, I don't want to hear any more from y'all out there. I'm going to hit both places today. So we're at the...
Hey, and I think we're going to see really what barbecue's all about in Kentucky. So I'm excited about this. And
all right.
Glad he's here.
And also, we're going to get mutton. Y'all back in Louisville, y'all don't know nothing about this barbecue mutton.
All right, I've got Larry Miller with LM Roofing.
First of all, we're extremely excited about our partnership here with Goodall. We look forward to what he does in the future and what we do. So we are a third-generation family-owned roofing business based out of Bullitt County, Kentucky. We service the entire Kentuckiana area. So if there's anything, no matter how big or small, we can get you took care of.
And like he said, size really doesn't matter. So make sure you mention this ad and you get a 10% discount. And don't forget to tell them that Goodall's Country Kitchen sent you.
All right, so we've ordered our food, but I had to come out here just to show you. As the name Old Hickory says, they use hickory wood, and you see that smoke coming out there. They got a separate smokehouse where they smoke their meat. Open pit, by the way. This isn't like regular barbecue you see out in the state. They do it on an open pit, not in a closed smoker. But anyway, if you ever go to a barbecue place and you roll up and there ain't a stack of wood out back of the place or smoke rolling out of something, just keep the car moving. Don't even stop, because it's not real barbecue.
Right, just before we get our food, I want to kind of show you around the place. You can come in, you can do carry out, where you come in, you order right up here at the counter. Got a steam table. Show you got shredded pork, shredded mutton, chicken, and I hear their baked beans are out of sight. And look at those ribs. All right, you can do the carry out. Oh, also, they got jars of their dip or barbecue sauce, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people call it dip because it's vinegar based. And of course, you can get them homemade pickles. There it is, Old Hickory cooking dip. All right, and then of course you got your dining room to eat in, which we are eating in. And this is what I remembered from back in '02, last time I was here. this was the main dining room, but now they've added on. They got this back dining room, which is nice and quiet back here. I'm not gonna bother anybody. And look at the pictures up on the wall. Really good atmosphere. You can see what Old Hickory looked like back in the day. You know, how long did she say it been in business, Nate?
100 years.
100 years. So y'all don't need me to tell you it's good. It's 100 years old, stands alone on its own. All right, we'll be back. Food's about ready to come out now. Here's something interesting. Here's a brick that was moved from the original building across the street, and they inserted it into this brick wall when they opened in this building in '86. So that's really cool. And then, of course, you see you got the old pictures of the original owners and family and the original building from 100 years ago. So this is all very historic. I love this. Okay, we're gonna start off with Nate. He's taking it easy because he was brought up with proper upbringing and manners. So what do you got there, Nate?
So we got a chopped mutton barbecue sandwich. I got the baked beans, and I'm gonna work in some bourbon barbecue sauce, which is new right here at Old Hickory. So I'm excited about that.
I like your style, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you can't get it on the table, it ain't
Yeah.
no good, right?
Let me try this. Here we go.
Young lady, you can come on in. That's all right.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Washing it down with a little iced tea.
And let me add something about those beans. The young lady that's serving, she said that they actually smoke the baked beans out there in that smoking room out there. So they got real smoke flavor to them, not no liquid smoke thrown in. All
Let
right.
me try these beans here. So
So what do you think of your chopped mutton?
oh, it's fantastic. Mutton barbecue, the best. Try these. Wow, that's fantastic. Very sweet, really great, sharp taste at the end, and they're perfect with the sandwich.
Wow, that's a good description. I can't wait. I'm starting to salivate. All right, I'll be back in just a second, show you what I'm getting. All right, I got the combo, which I got the brisket, the mutton's here, brisket's there, pork ribs. I got an array of sides here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with, which one did they say, the sweet and hot?
That's the red one, yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. I know you're gonna say, taste it before you put the sauce on. I know you haters, you can't wait for me to go ahead and do that so you can blast me on the comment section. But anyway, here's the pork ribs. Got that nice crispy coating on the outside where they've been cooked on that open pit. Melt in your mouth. All right. Now I want to try with some of their sweet heat sauce. Now Nate was talking about that bourbon sauce, but for y'all that have been following me for a while, y'all know I don't like bourbon. So, sweet heat, here we go.
How is that? How's it taste?
It's got the crispiness on the outside, and then it's got that juicy inside. Look at the juice just coming off of them.
And Coach, this is the first time you profiled mutton barbecue, right?
That's correct, because you can pretty much only get it in Owensboro. I don't know of anywhere in Louisville that has barbecue mutton, and you might get some out in the central and western parts of the state. But that's why I wasn't kidding when I said Louisville don't know nothing about that mutton, because they don't get it there. You ask people in Louisville if they've had barbecue mutton, they don't even know what you're talking about. What's mutton, they say. All right, I'm gonna work on these ribs, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna show you the next segment. All right, so I gotta go
with the advice of that server who was telling me if I got any side, it had to be the beans because of their process. And she said all their sides are homemade, everything, even the coleslaw, but gotta get the beans. So here we go, smoky beans. Oh yeah. Definitely gotta get them. As Nate said, sweet, but it's got that smoky, sharp taste to it. All right, and their potato salad, mayonnaise based. That almost looks like mashed potatoes, but I see the red skin still in it. And it's got some other things in there. I didn't ask what was in it, but it looks interesting.
How's that taste?
It tastes awesome. And I do taste bell pepper and maybe celery and onion. And I might taste a hint of cheese in there. I'm not sure. But it's really good. I'm not a big potato salad person, but that's good. Now we're gonna move on to the crowd favorite.
Mac and cheese.
You already know. It's cheesy, but it's daggone it, I'm wasting bites. Really cheesy. It's not baked. It's got a perfect blend of cheese in there. It's not too rich. A lot of times mac and cheese is so cheesy that it's too rich. Well, this is perfect. It's like right there in that perfect medium. It's got a creaminess to it, but still cheesy enough to where you know it's mac and cheese. All right, I'm gonna eat on this a little bit, finish my rib, and I'm gonna come back and show you my next two items. We'll be right back. All right, before I forget, I just asked the young lady, and I think I hit everything when I was describing that potato salad. I said bell pepper, celery, it's got celery seed also, and onion. Did she say anything else? I think I hit it.
I think that was it.
Anyway, that's really good. Now, last but not least, I've got brisket. Come on in here, Nate. I've got brisket over here and the mutton over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat a piece of the mutton without anything on it, and I opened it fresh off the pit. So it's still good and juicy. There I go with my lack of upbringing. Usually somebody use a knife and a fork and cut off a bite. But
Coach, tell us the difference between that and pork barbecue. What's the difference like?
well, I think pork barbecue has a lot more fat. Mutton does have some fat, but mutton, of course, is not a full-grown sheep. So it doesn't have as much fat as like a fully grown sheep would have in it. So it's more lean. And if you've ever had goat, it's kind of a mixture in between pork and goat to me, I think. But I love it. And of course I got that spicy dip on there. All right. I'm gonna work on that in a minute, but I also got the brisket out of my 3-meat combo. The brisket looks really good. Come on in close, Nate. See the crispy edges on there where it was on that open pit smoking? It's got the crispy edges and then juicy in the middle. Chase that down with a little onion. And pickle. All right, I'm gonna work on this. And then we're probably gonna give you some final thoughts outside before we move on to the third stop today, which y'all probably already know what that's gonna be, but we'll be back. Give closing words in just a minute. All right, showing you behind the scenes operation. Pan over here, Nate, you got your wood stack. And look at here, your open pit. You got your ribs, pork shoulders, and what was this again?
The flanks are just like the belly of the sheep.
Okay, and what are these again?
Those are the hindquarters.
The hindquarters of mutton. Okay.
But shoulders on this side.
All right, look over here, Nate. You talk about an operation. And I want to show you something over here, Nate. Look, talk about the dip. This is the dip that they braise all the different meats with as they cook. So now you're seeing it. Behind the scenes, in the trenches, showing you the big time operation here. This is something to behold right here. Before I get out of here, I want to introduce y'all to the server we had today, and she's been wonderful. Her name's Jackie. Just want to ask you a couple questions. How long has Old Hickory been here?
105 years.
105 years now, okay. And over 105 years, that's a long time. Is it still family owned?
It is family owned. Great-grandchildren own it.
Oh, great-grandchildren. That's cool. That's 5 generations, I believe. So, yeah, I love mom and pop places. That's the only places I like to go, so I'm glad I'm supporting local. And how long have you been here, young
3
lady?
years.
3 years.
I've been here 3 years.
Well, it seems like you know your way around the place pretty good because you've been wonderful for us, and we want to thank you, and everything was delicious.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. Y'all come back to see us.
I will do it.
Thank you, Jackie.
Louisville don't know nothing about that mutton.
Now you know the facts of why I'm on a mission. You're always welcome back to Goodall's Country Kitchen.